It wasn't easy, but as I said to you before, I rather hit here under any condition than a day in England or America with $1 million pocket money. Here, I love it here. My soul is at complete peace.
In this video series, we interview Nana Kwame, who was originally born in Jamaica. He migrated to UK, or he moved to UK. And then from UK, he came to Ghana, settled in Ghana, got a family in Ghana, built a house in Ghana, built apartments in Ghana, and more. And so in this video series, we want to learn about the journey. We want to learn about his experiences in Ghana. We want to learn about how he bought land in Ghana. We also want to learn about how he built, the challenges, and if there's any tips that he has to share and lessons learned for you, my dear viewers, to also learn on moving to Ghana, buying land in Ghana, buying houses in Ghana, etc. coming up next. Okay, so based on your experience, what advice would you give to a young man who wants to build, move in with his family and all that, and how to save money and all?
Okay. If you are a young person and you want to set out to do a building, to build your building, once you get your land and the land is secure, I know that it's difficult to buy things in bulk. So it's like 6 or 1.5 a dozen. You can make progress in small steps. So what I did generally, every time I buy myself a bag of cement down. Once I had the land, I was able to buy a bag of cement down.
You said when you close from work, you buy a bag of cement.
Yes, yes. So every time I used to drive my daily checks. So if I get, no matter how much I get, I donate a portion to a bag of cement. So at the end of the month, then I can cut several bags at a time. So especially if 2 of you working and you're on a monthly wages, the ones on daily wages probably can buy a bag of cement per day, or every so often for 2 or 3 bags in a week. And then when you get your monthly wage, you have that month cash in bulk, so you can pay for the block cutter and to come and cut the block.
So you're saying it's better to cut your own blocks?
I was doing it. When I buy the blocks, I find that the blocks was inadequate.
Okay.
The blocks are bought. It wasn't enough cement. They were, yes. When I cut my blocks, I found that my buildings, I bought some blocks because I was rushing this end apartment. I figured, no, make I bought some blocks. And right now, when I do that, I see that the rest of the blocks that I've cut still solid when I even chisel to do electrical work, or I chisel to put in the hot water pipe. I can see the difference between the block I've made and the block I've cut, you see. So the general, okay, now probably the standard might be up or small because now you have the black blocks. But I did find it cheaper, despite some people said to me that you have to get the sun, get the laborer, get the water. All of those, most times you have to buy. The simple reason why we see that work out even better, because in Ghana price isn't stable. So if you're gonna wait for the money to buy 1,000 blocks, probably by the time that amount of money comes, cement moves, sand moves, everything moves. But if you cut your blocks one, by the time a month, 2 months, 3 months pass, you see that you have probably 500, 600 blocks to start whatever project you have. Now when you're starting your project, that's the other thing. Getting the right people to do the project. You have to have an idea of what is happening. You have to have an idea, because if you are an office worker, they're gonna tell you, say, the ground is hard. and you're gonna believe them. So despite you're an office worker, you must go and test. You must go and test the field yourself to see that the work you're asking somebody to do, can me myself do it. That's what I do most time. So generally if I ask somebody to fix my car, to do something for me, I can tell the person that if it wasn't for time, I would have done it myself. Yes. But since you are practicing it every day, it is easier for me to call you, and while I go and find bread, then I can share that bread so you too can get bread and do the things that I want you to do for me. The other thing too, you cannot leave the masons to do the work by themselves, because mischievous nature of mankind, it will play a part. And it doesn't really, as I said, doing evil here to one is not personal. It's just that it's I wouldn't want to say traditional, but it's like tradition, yes. It's part and part, yes. Yes, so, you know, so you don't leave people, you don't just take. My school, there was a woman developing up at this back of the school. And one night, my brother, he was at the school, and he heard a rustling. And he go, hey! And the people took a box of louver frames. The same people who the woman buy the things to the house, go back after the truck, drop the thing, stole a box of the louver frames from the house. Wow. And drop, when my brother shout, they drop it in my yard and ran.
So you need to supervise your work.
You need to, that is the biggest part of the whole program, is you supervising your own work.
Hey, if you enjoyed this video so far, please make sure to leave a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't yet subscribed. Turn on all notifications so you do not miss the next part of this video. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments below. Thanks, Bebre.
In those days when we were doing it, a bag of cement was about 4 CDs or some small change. You know, you have $2, you could buy a bag of cement. I think it was working out to be about $1.50 or $2 a bag for cement. Now a bag of cement is more than, I think, almost $10 for a bag of cement, comparing to $2 in those olden days. Electric wires was something like less than $5 for a coil of wires. Now a coil of electric wire is about $20, $30. It's a big difference from then to now. I tried to build a small room to extend my daughter's space. And it's not a complete room, it's just an extension. You knock out a wall and you put 3 sides plus windows. And it is thousands of CDs. Really, literally, up to now I cannot plaster the outside, because a bucket of sand, triple sand, which I pay $550 for, small triple sand, now is $1,200. So that one there, they're not, rain is not wetting them, so they can stay there for the time being. So it's not like in the days in the 90s when I was doing building. And to carry a bag, first time when I'm cutting shortcut, I carry cement on my head. I remember when I was building my first round room at Amamuli, I had to carry the cement on my head from Asofa, from Ofanko barrier to Asofa, and then down to Amamuli, reach down the bottom, the sweat off my head, wet the bag, and then I reach near the house now, the whole bag of cement.
Wow, just here.
Just here. Soldier, don't laugh, it coming like me head sink inside my neck, and now I have to go back and get bucket and scrape up the bag of cement from the ground. It wasn't easy, but as I said to you before, I rather hit here under any condition than They in England or America with $1 million pocket money. Here, I love it here. My soul is at complete peace, perfect rest. So all the obstacle is just testing my faith. So I see those as testing of faith. So anything happen which I don't like, I just murmur to myself, so this thing come to test my faith. Okay, so be it.
I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching. Do you have any questions? Leave them in the comments below. Do you have any experiences to share? Leave them in the comments below. And hey, do you have a story to tell? Most importantly, is it good? Is it bad? Will it help other people who want to build, buy, rent in Ghana, in Africa? Then hit us up. Our email is in the description below. We look forward to hearing from you. Thanks, Bebre.